This is Business and Economy Network.
Hello viewers, glad to know you are watching your program. Those of you watching us in faraway Abuja, Port Harcourt, Ilorin, outside the shores of Nigeria, wherever you are, brace yourself up. You are watching Business and Economy Network. I want to say a big thank you for allowing us into your homes and offices. For coming in focus this week, we are having the Group Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer of Nigerian Aviation Handling Company, N.A.H.C.O PLC, a company doing very well in the aviation sector in Nigeria. For Straight Talk, we have the CEO of TONIMAS Group of Company, the manufacturing in faraway Aba in Abia State. For Special Report, we have the CEO of AJILA Value Adding Ventures, they're in the agricultural sector, far away in Oyo State, Nigeria. And not left out for Spotlight, we have the Executive Secretary of L.P.A.N, association that is in charge of lubricants firms in Nigeria. Well, it's going to be an interesting watch. Relax yourself, brace up. It's going to be deep, it's going to be incisive, and it's going to be very educative. I'll be back after this time out.
In Nigeria, the housing deficit currently stands at more than 17 to 20 million units. The housing shortage poses significant threats to security, social health, and economic well-being. To this end, Revolution Plus Property, a fast-growing real estate company in Nigeria, is leading the line in affordable housing all across the country and beyond.
We are indeed honored to play a vital role in bridging the housing deficit in Nigeria by providing homes through innovation, timely delivery, trust, and integrity. These are our core values.
In 5 years of existence, Revolution Plus has 5 offices, 29 estates, 3,600 landlords, over 10,000 direct and indirect employment. Revolution Plus is not just providing solutions to the housing problem in the country, but making housing affordable and within reach of the average Nigerian. Revolution Plus Property, affordable housing.
Nigerian Aviation Handling Company PLC, popularly known as N.A.H.C.O Avians. N.A.H.C.O is one of Nigeria's leading aviation ground handling firms, established to profile relatable solutions to the challenges of all aviation ground handling services for passengers, goods, and luggages. The firm, with its management, has kicked off the advancement of business patterns geared towards directing effective service delivery, with lots of investment put in place in personnel and infrastructure. N.A.H.C.O succeeds on safety, innovation, integrity, respect, reliability, and empathy, which puts the firm in the position of its clients. Mrs. Olatokunbo Fagbemi is the Group Managing Director, Chief Executive Officer. Though a trained pharmacist, Mrs. Fagbemi has over the years been able to gain necessary certifications, training, and capacity in the aviation sector.
I think the key thing is service. And now we have even defined service excellence is our leading competency. I'm not joking with it. Our core value is based on safety, innovation, integrity, respect, reliability, and empathy. And empathy for us is important because we begin to put ourselves in the same position as our customers. So if we have a customer who is an airline that has a network, and it's going to be in Nigeria for 2 hours, pick up passenger, have an 8-hour flight. It's going to his hub to ensure that the passengers can be spread. We have to do everything to ensure that the turnaround is on time. If it is a cargo client that has brought in perishables, drugs that are sensitive to temperature, we have to do everything to ensure that we keep those drugs within the temperature band that will ensure that those drugs maintain their potency, because we could just put it anywhere and give it to you. But because we realize that when things work for our customers, then our customers are happy and they remain with us. We'll do everything to ensure that our customers are happy. And so in taking decisions in taking the investment decisions that we're taking now, we're relating with our customers and speaking to them and trying to find out what are their plans, so that our plans also dovetail into their plans. Because if we invest, we're not going to consume. We have to build for them to provide a service that they will consume for us. We have a stakeholder approach in N.A.H.C.O, and we believe that all stakeholders, for us to survive in this business, And for us to do that as is right and to continue to be the leader, then we have to do what is right for our customers. That's to provide the service in the right place, at the right time, at the right price. People have invested in our company. They have to have the right kind of dividend. We don't want dividend here today, not here tomorrow. And we still have to retain earnings in the business. So everyone has to get, that's the intention of that statement.
Chief Anthony Ndukeme is the Chairman Chief Executive Officer of TONIMAS Nigerian Limited. He also doubles as the President of the Lubricants Producers Association of Nigeria and also former President of ABBA Chamber of Commerce and Industry, where he brought about a lot of landmark innovations. TONIMAS today stands as the #1 producer of lubricants in Nigeria, with a quality that is second to none and a long track record of excellence for over 5 decades. Chief Anthony is well experienced considering he started the firm from the very scratch, even as a fuel attendant, and has grown with the business over the years. The firm has God Almighty to thank for its achievements so far. Some notable products from TONIMAS are Premium Super 5000, NS Gear Oil, T5 Brake Oil, Noble 68, and lots more. At TONIMAS, products are of high quality and have helped to increase the lifespan of vehicles, machines, and power plants.
I really appreciate ABBA people and members of ABBA Chamber of Commerce for giving me the opportunity to serve. I served, like Napoleon said, I came, I saw, I conquered. I really delivered within the number of days given to me to serve. And I served and handed over to my person that followed me a banner without stain. And I know that the ABBA Chamber of Commerce is still working even stronger than I saw it. We don't give somebody that position because you can come there. No. You see, you give somebody you give it to honest people. People will be there to deliver. He's handed over to you. The button you have to go and hand over. You don't give it to somebody who will go there and embezzle the whole thing. So ABBA Chamber of Commerce is one of the chambers in Nigeria that is doing well. And the small-scale industries in Nigeria, in Abia State, they are working so strong. Some of them are now going from small-scale to medium-scale to large-scale. You know, we started with small-scale. Today, we are no more we are now in large-scale because we operate well. And if the federal government can help us, we will move from being stronger and stronger until the Creator now say, you have finished, come and give the statement of your stewardship. So I thank ABBA people for the opportunity given to me to serve as the president of ABBA Chamber of Commerce. You know, N.A.H.C.O seemed to be, when we have that in mind, N.A.H.C.O was still a hinterland. People still live in thatch houses. And I felt, let us put a zinc house so that our people can easily access zinc to cover their houses. And the establishment of that very aluminium factory in N.A.H.C.O helped a lot. You can no more see a thatch house in my community, even in other areas surrounding the N.A.H.C.O community. We have nail factory, we have aluminium factory, we have water factory, we have oil mill factory in N.A.H.C.O because we have a lot of palm trees. We now produce oil. We have oil mill at N.A.H.C.O. And this is helping so much. A good number of people work in oil mill. A good number work in water factory, a number in aluminium factory, a number in nail factory, and others yet to manifest. But we have, because I cannot be living in Aba without my people experiencing one of these things I felt that will help them a lot. This very one If maybe you want to build a house and you don't have enough money to buy the zincs, we can give certain facility. If you buy, we will now agree with you on terms of offsetting the balance. That is the way we can maybe help our people. Though a good number of people, even if you give them such opportunity, will not meet up with the accord. And many people give us land without asking for one thing or the other. And we have to utilize that very particular judiciously so that our people will be benefiting.
Having worked in various reputable institutions, gaining necessary experience and building the right capacity as a trained civil engineer, Mr. John Adedotun Odekeye saw a need to be met in the area of making impact, adding value and innovations to a lot of issues in most sectors of the Nigerian economy, like agriculture, energy, engineering, hospitality, and real estate. Mr. Dotun is the MD/CEO of AJILA Funds Limited, an arm of AJILA Value Adding Ventures Limited, situated in Awe, Oyo State, Nigeria. The firm, though young, has been able to, over the years, provide simple real-time results to Nigerians, especially in cultivation, processing, storage of most farm produce, offering up-to-date and highly integrated forms of poultry farms, amongst others.
The example I want to give you now, as you are coming on your way, you see this is the time that the harvest, for instance, of corn is all over the place, and every nooks and crannies of Nigeria you see people roasting corn, isn't it? This is because all farmers are presently harvesting, and we are having what we call post-harvest glut. It is the way it is handled presently, it is perishable, because if you keep it for too long, they start growing molds. So, and that's the reason why you see the only business you see every woman in every corner, every nooks and crannies of Nigeria doing now is just roasting corn. And like I told you, taking all the stakeholders into cognizance, the farmers have all lost in their endeavor in farming. They've all lost. I can be sure of that to you. Not only that the farmers have lost, the individuals that are consuming those corn, if you go to our various hospitals, you see that people are now afflicted with a lot of flu that is associated with corn consumption. Corn ordinarily should be something beneficial to your body. Now, the farmer who produce it, they are licking their wound, just selling anyhow. The people consuming it are also consuming things that are harmful into their body and ending up in the hospitals. But yet, people don't know. In Nigeria, we don't know. Everybody just, I want to do farming, I go into production of corn or cultivation of corn. By the time the cultivation comes, the harvest comes out, everybody gets to the market at the same time. You can't take it back to your farm, and it's going to get perished anyway, so you've got to dispose it. So what we do is we do post-harvest handling of that corn, which ordinarily everybody should have taken, everybody is taken to the market at the same time. We do post-harvest handling and make sure that those things that you consume with the corn, both human beings are animals too, we are just higher animals. All the animals, the poultry and all that consumes them, they consume and start having cold and flu associated with corn consumption. So those are the ones that we focus our attention on, handling them post-harvest to ensure that the farmers who plant derive more benefit from their product, and the people who consume it consume fit for purpose product. Yesteryears, a Greek is the only ordained profession by creator in whatever nomenclature any religion, any group of people call the creator. Scientists call creator nature. The Christian call him God, Yahweh. Whatever nomenclature you decide to give the creator, he answers you. The Muslim call him Allah. So many, the Igbos in Nigeria call him Chineke, Yoruba call him Olorun, the Urhobo call him Ogene, and so on and so forth. So whatever nomenclature you give to the creator, the only profession that creator ordained is a Greek. It is from the beginning of time up until now, and there it will continue to be. So whether we like it or not, we can only be improving on how it was yesterday to how it is today and how we're going to be doing it tomorrow. So because high-tech yesterday is antique today, and high-tech of today is going to be antique tomorrow. So we can only continue to improve on what we are doing. So we don't have any choice than to improve on it from how our forefathers and our fathers did it to the way we are doing it, and of course the way the generation coming are going to handle it. The financial institutions in Nigeria are operating within an environment. All of them are operating within an environment, and they can only deliver what that environment offers them to deliver. So instead of brooding over whether they are supportive or they are not supportive, we are only crying over spilled milk. So to us in AJILA, we believe anything you want to do, you need to take the responsibility from the hard end. Nobody's going to do the dirty job for you. Financial institutional government or whatever, nobody is going to do any dirty job for you. You must do the dirty job yourself. So AJILA had decided that the real task of getting ourselves up and running is our responsibility. All financial institutions, particularly in Nigeria, because when you compare financial institutions in Nigeria to elsewhere around the world, in Europe, America, that I've had the opportunity of being to, you see that the environment they are operating there is completely different from the environment here. So you can't place anything on their doorstep. So whatever it is you decide to do, you need to do it and get whatever they have to offer to complement what you are doing. So what, up until now, all our endeavor have been taken care of by ourselves. So we've not had any reason to rely on financial institutions. Everything you see, everything you've done so far, it is through our own little contributions that we have carried it so far. So by the time you are able to get to over 80%, particularly of your non-current assets, that's your infrastructure, then when you get to running capital, things like revolving capital, that's the only thing you can actually rely on the Nigerian financial institution on. Up until now, we have decided, the board and member of the owners, the subscribers of the company, have decided that until and when we are fully set up and we only need current capital, that's revolving capital, that's when we can have a recourse to any financial institution.
Lubricant Producers Association of Nigeria, L.P.A.N, is an association set up to pilot, direct, protect the affairs of its members who are manufacturers of various types of lubricants in Nigeria, with aims and objectives to develop and promote the lubricant industry as it affects the national economy and to effectively liaise with government and its regulatory agencies. Mr. Emeka Obidike serves as the Pioneer Executive Secretary of L.P.A.N, an experienced individual in the oil and gas sector, and is seen to have brought same expertise to the activities of L.P.A.N.
The Lubricant Producers Association of Nigeria is an association that was formed to answer or see how to bring solution to many problems that has plagued the industry. In the advent of the association L.P.A.N, we had an issue where member companies, operating companies, so to say, cannot be able to aid their views. Many will be scared of maybe companies being picketed by the regulatory bodies and the government agencies and left and right. Then a need now arose that the association was formed. Then we now start tackling some of these challenges head-on, one after the other, and then to a large extent the association is been able to address some of those key problems its aims are being set up. So the lubricant sector is very viable because before now, some years back, we had just about 8 lubricant plants that was being controlled by the measures. They call them the big eights, which today has trimmed down to 6 measures, so to say. Then, on that then, the sector was key products were being rolled out, and then it got to a stage where the sector was liberalized under the regime of, I think, IBB. Then that gave birth to indigenous players, coming in companies like Wiz Oil, L.P.A.N Oil, Lubcon Limited, and a host of them. Then today, the industry has increased to about 51 lubricant plants, duly licensed by the Department of Petroleum Resources, DPR, to be engaged in the business of lubricants blending. So you can see from 8 lube plants years back, today we have 51 licensed plant by the Department of Petroleum Resources. So you see, the sector is playing a key role in the industry. We talk about GDP. The sector has a lot of thousands of workers directly employed in the sector. And one good thing about the lubricant sector in Nigeria today is when we talk about local content, this is a sector that is fully transferred to the indigenous. That is not, we don't need foreign, the foreign companies and foreign technical partners still play their role. But to a large extent, we can fully manage the sector.
This is Business and Economy Network.
Run away from shadow. Yes. Oh, yeah. Stop here. Huh? Where do you think you're going? Huh? Like I told you, I am your shadow. Pay me my money. Sorry, landlord, I'll pay you your money. No, for me.
Are you not tired of being a tenant? At Revolution Plus, we offer affordable housing in our 29 estates across Nigeria. Contact us now on +234 906 000 0991 or visit www.revolutionplusproperty.com. Revolution Plus Property, affordable housing.
Welcome back, viewers. Remember the word of great L.P.A.N, who says that success is never an accident, but with hard work, persistence and consistency, definitely you make it to the top. That's why you see footballers every day, they're always practicing a particular style and free kicks and all that. I am practicing my own. What about you? Try and do something today and find out that definitely you become an expert in that. On behalf of Production Crown, say thank you so very much. Your program definitely will make a return. Same time next week, God's willing. Stay blessed.